Welcome to Plot 27. The movie begins with a girl named Chelsea. As she's getting ready for school, her mother, Laura, tells Chelsea to go with her sister, Christina. Chelsea isn't happy about this because Christina's friends are from wealthy and elite families. Before leaving, Christina teases her sister, who's chatting with someone through an app. At school, Chelsea sees her friend Mia hanging out with two guys, Seth and Dylan. Mia invites Chelsea to come watch a movie at Dylan's house that evening, wanting Chelsea to accompany Seth while she spends time with Dylan. Chelsea gets upset because Seth tried to flirt with her the previous night. Mia apologizes and tells Chelsea that she's now officially dating Dylan. The person Chelsea has been chatting with on the app turns out to be named Brad. Since phones aren't allowed at school, the security confiscates Chelsea's phone. Laura gets angry when the principal calls her for the second time to pick up Chelsea's phone. She punishes Chelsea by banning her from using her phone for a month. One day, Mia comes by and gives Chelsea her old phone. Seeing Mia with Dylan makes Chelsea feel jealous, as she feels left out. Chelsea resumes chatting with Brad, and they start getting to know each other. Since Chelsea listed herself as a cheerleader on her profile, Brad asks to see her in her cheerleader uniform. Chelsea sneaks into Christina's room while she's at a friend's house, puts on Christina's cheerleader outfit, and sends Brad a photo. Brad calls Chelsea via video, but she can't see his face clearly. Brad explains that he's dropped his phone several times, so the camera is slightly broken. 3 weeks later, after growing closer through text conversations, Brad and Chelsea plan to meet in person. Brad reveals he's adopted and has a stepsister named Sadie. They agree to meet at a Halloween party in a warehouse. Brad suggests Chelsea dress as a zombie cheerleader while he goes as a zombie quarterback. After their mother leaves for work, Christina helps Chelsea get ready to look like a zombie. That night, Chelsea finally meets Brad in person. They drink alcohol that Brad brought, but after finishing her drink, Chelsea suddenly faints because Brad had laced it with sedatives. He takes her to his car and ties her up. When Chelsea wakes up, she's terrified to find herself imprisoned in a basement. She's confused because Brad calls her Sadie, and he insists she use that name. Out of fear, Chelsea reluctantly obeys. When the lights turn on, Chelsea meets another girl who is also named Sadie. Once her leg restraints are removed, Chelsea tricks the girl and tries to escape, but all doors and windows are locked, and she's caught again. The girl explains she was trying to avoid trouble, revealing her real name is Megan. Turns out they aren't the only girls in the house. There's a third girl, Heather. Megan is forced to bathe Chelsea for dinner, while Heather prepares Brad's favorite cake. After her bath, Chelsea is told to dye her hair as per Brad's instructions. Chelsea hears someone in pain in another room and discovers another girl, Tina. Brad suddenly gets dizzy, reminded of his real stepsister, Sadie. Seeing Heather baking, Brad sexually assaults her. Heather tells Chelsea it was just a kitchen accident, and it was entirely her fault. Seeing Tina injured, Chelsea insists she needs a doctor, but Heather says that's impossible and rejects Chelsea's escape plan. They've been using advanced VR headsets made by Brad to see the outside world, but their small comfort ends when time runs out. During dinner, Brad gets angry because Chelsea eats first. It becomes clear Brad is obsessed with the real Sadie. Heather has been there for 3 years, believing Brad will let her go once she's perfect. Before leaving, Heather tells Chelsea that her room is now hers. Chelsea asks Heather to call the police, but Brad suddenly appears and tells Heather to get ready for her final performance. Chelsea saves some food for Tina, who was injured while trying to escape. As Brad remembers his childhood, he gets angry because his mother made him switch rooms after Sadie was born. He promises Heather that he'll let her go after finishing his video. In the basement, Brad puts on his VR headset and pulls out a knife, planning to kill Heather, thinking she is the Sadie. Brad intends to kill all of his Sadies, reliving their deaths repeatedly. After killing Heather, Brad goes to Chelsea's room and cries. Chelsea tries to reason with Megan, but Megan insists Brad loves her and warns Chelsea not to interfere. Tina is pregnant with Brad's child and attempts to escape to save her baby, but Brad tortures her, causing her to lose the child. With her infection worsening, Tina convinces Chelsea to help her with euthanasia using painkillers stolen from Brad. While Brad is mowing the lawn, Chelsea sneaks into his room, grabs the pills, and heads to the computer room, but Brad returns. Suspecting something, he strangles Tina with a pillow. Chelsea restrains Brad and fulfills Tina's final wish, killing her and gaining Brad's trust. Brad shows Chelsea VR footage of Heather's death. Chelsea participates in Brad's delusion as he plans to kill Megan next, believing she is the next Sadie. After planning, Brad assaults Chelsea. Chelsea warns Megan that Brad intends to kill her. When Megan doesn't believe her, Chelsea shows Tina's body and tells her about Heather. Megan remains skeptical and tells Brad that Chelsea is plotting against him. Seeing them argue, Brad locks both girls in a room. Chelsea pleads with Megan to cooperate in escaping. To prove Brad is a killer, Chelsea takes Megan to Brad's computer room and shows VR footage of Heather's murder, but Brad suddenly returns and takes Megan. Brad locks Megan in her room and attacks Chelsea in the basement. Megan breaks through a wall, grabs a knife in the kitchen, and confronts Brad, who recalls his obsession with Sadie. Brad killed his adoptive mother to be with Sadie, but she chose suicide instead. Brad brutally attacks Chelsea, but Megan intervenes. The girls beat Brad and finally escape the house. Chelsea undergoes therapy with Dr. Huntz, while Brad is sent to a mental hospital, haunted by hallucinations of Sadie tormenting him, and the movie ends. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for the next movie recap.